Hello, everybody. Well, it happened to me, and I know it's happened to many other people on their phones. I was up in the AM, and some information came on my phone that was very futuristic and made sense to me. Don't know if I could explain it or teach it the same way the gentleman did, but I saved it to my phone to listen to a second or a third time. And someone came on my phone, declared it false information, and took it off my Facebook, removed it from being saved on Facebook under my personal storage, my Facebook whiteboard, whatever you want to call it, personal Facebook whiteboard. And all they did is stamped it false information, so that tells me that it wasn't false information. If I want to store 50 false information things on my phone, that's my life, my choice. So we do not have freedom of choice anymore on our phones. They're being surveyed by the government or the people who are really running the government behind the scenes, the invisible government. I was told by the Holy Spirit, when the Holy Spirit tells me something, I say so. If it's my thought on the subject, I say so in my Bible classes. But the Holy Spirit told me one day, right out of the clear blue, that's why I know it's the Holy Spirit. When you're not thinking on a particular subject, and boom, the Holy Spirit interrupts, and he said, beware of the silent office, the silent sixth side to the Pentagon. That's all he said. One other one he said, we're in the last hour. So I had an accountant figure out how long is 1 hour on God's clock. If a day is 1,000 years and 1,000 years is a day, how long is an hour? The accountant, he did it for a living and he retired. He's got his master's in college, short of a doctorate. He said 41.67 years is an hour on God's time clock. And we could be in the last 15 minutes, which would be a 10-year plus area. We could be in the middle of the last 15 minutes, the last 10 years of 1 hour. We could be in the last 7 minutes on God's time clock, which would be 5 years. The last 10 to 15 last 7 minutes could be a 5-year period of God's time clock. Major events. I'm not falsely predicting the return of the Lord with clouds in the air. I believe that. Leave the when and where alone. It's up to the Father when that event starts or takes place. I believe in the return of the Lord, but I couldn't tell you when, nor do I attempt to. When and where, don't you? You're a false prophet if you predict when or where. I'll say that right out front. We're in the last hour. We could be in the last 10 years, the last 15 minutes of his time clock. And I just ran into some truth and heard some truth because the silent enemy took it out of my phone, took it off Facebook, and declared it false doctrine. Who are you to tell me whether it's false doctrine or true or not? I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit gives me thought, talks to me. He tells me when it's the real deal. How about them apple skitties? Michigan Macintosh. I was born in Saginaw, Michigan. Did you get it?